Welcome to Real Life Investing today. This is Al getting in contact with you guys. Going to talk to you today a little bit about Pangolin. Noticing right now, Pangolin is at number 713 on the, how can I say, coin markets caps as far as that's concerned. Nothing wrong with that. But that means we've got a lot of room to grow if we're interested in getting this particular coin. Looks like Pangolin right now is at 11 cents. So on today, let's see where this thing is. Well, right now it's just down like 1% on the day, which is not bad. But overall, 7-day, let's see where we're at. We're down 4% on the 7-day. The month, I'm sure, yep, the month is down like 31%. Let's see about the year. On the year, it is down 68.7% pretty much. All time, I don't know. Oh yeah, all time it is really down. Look, that's like 94%. So just a little bit of a heads up on that. Now, but anyways, like I said, we got a lot of market cap, got a lot of room to grow. I think the thing about it is though, I'm noticing that we got a lot of good positive news in some ways, but in other ways we do have a few question marks. But let's see what's up with this thing. Before we jump into Pangolin fully, let's look at a few other things. Bitcoin is going to be at 106 right now. So, and we got Ethereum's at 2,400. Fear and greed is at 50. Total market cap is going to be at 3.29 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is going to be at 64.6%, and Ethereum is at, let's see, 9%. So we got a ways to go before we get into the gist of, how can I say, altcoin season. So nothing to worry about. We got plenty of time. Pangolin, before we jump into it, you notice Pangolin has been on a consistent fall. Now, I'm going to say it like this, and nothing we say on the channel is financial advice, so keep that in mind. Also, if you like what you see today, we just ask you to like and subscribe to the channel. We definitely appreciate you guys. We're growing, and we're going to ask you to grow with us. You know, make sure to leave your comments and suggestions. Now, right now, we're looking at the X Twitter site. There's a lot of great things that are happening. It says right here that June was a busy and exciting month with a lot of meaningful progress. Formed new partnerships, released key updates, and introduced new ways to use PNG. So let's go ahead and look down as much as we can. 43,000 active traders. So that's pretty good as far as what we got here. What we got. So June was a huge month for Pangolin with numbers that highlight strong traction and massive onboarding, right? So 43,000 active traders, the second highest monthly count of 2025, just behind January. 32,000 new first-time traders joined, highest in the past 5 months. So we got a lot of good positive traction. One of the things you want to be concerned about is, although you see a certain look on the graph and say, oh, this is going down, that doesn't mean that these guys are not on the job. That doesn't mean that a lot of positive things are happening or not happening. Either way. But right here, you can see we got some great things that are going on. So let's see. What's this? 4th, 5th, and 6th of June saw a major influx of new users flooding into Pangolin, a clear wave of adoption. I agree with that. 170,000 swaps executed across the month, 6 million plus in total trading volume. So let's see, PNG and Avalanche pair dominated with 2.6 million in volume. So just a good little heads up of what's happening with Pangolin. So it appears that there's a lot of good positive traction. In other words, good things are happening. One of the things we want to keep in mind, though, that Pangolin, as much as we can see the positive things that are happening, also depends a lot on Avalanche. And Avalanche is really doing well right now, although the price action is not doing fantastic. So right now we're looking at the fact that you can see that these guys are connected with Beam, Superverse, and we got some others following as well. We talked about this a little bit earlier, talking about the real estate That's like $250 billion in real estate coming on chain. So this is crazy. That's a lot of money, guys. So it's going to be the largest blockchain deal in real estate, well, U.S. real estate history, right? So largest, what's that? Let me let these houses drop. Largest blockchain deed in tokenization project in U.S. history, right? So this just gives you a heads up. Avalanche is going to have a lot of things going on. I'm looking for Avalanche to really rise up like it did the last time. Here's another thing: Crypto Donut and Avalanche are joining together, so that gives Avalanche just another little more expansion. So this is going to be future on-chain support. So give you a heads up that a lot of positive things are happening. Let's go a little bit further. Remember with Pangolin, this is the Pangolin site, uh, backed by these world-class partners. You can get Pangolin on, you can buy it on Coinbase, and let's see, I'm sure some of these other chains as well, backed by these world-class partners. Let's see what we got. Live on these networks, Avalanche, of course, Songbird, Flare, we got Hedera, and we got Evmos. So just a little bit of heads up on that. So Pangolin is definitely out there doing this work. This is an article from a while back. This is from Corn Gabber, looks like. This is from August of 2024. It's updated today. That's pretty cool. Okay, now talking about the top 5 innovative DeFi tokens to buy. Pangolin is right there at the top. Pangolin is a multi-chain decentralized cryptocurrency exchange operating on the Avalanche network. Stands out for its advanced tooling, deep liquidity, and user-friendly onboarding process. So definitely see that one. Do we have any more news? Maybe a little bit, but this is kind of a little bit indirect. This is from DL News. This was from April of this year, talking about Avalanche will surge 10 times in terms of Bitcoin over the long term, says a bank analyst. Each analyst has their own view on things, so let's not go crazy and say that this is law. But like I said, we're not financial advice, but the information is out here to talk about the power of Avalanche and what the potential for Avalanche is. Just because it's saying this doesn't mean it's true. But in this case, if Avalanche is going to grow this hard and this high, then we're going to see some great things happen. Says Grayscale and Van Eck have filed to launch spot Avalanche ETFs. Blockchain's unique model provides a boost. We're not even going to go into all of what Avalanche does, but as you guys can see with the Beam and the Superverse, the gaming, then you saw with the RWA, the tokens, as far as like we're going to be able to create real world assets out of $250 billion. I didn't say billion, I said trillion dollars worth of real estate. So just some powerful things that are going on. Maybe this is a DCA opportunity. I'm looking right here currently at this is going to be, I think this is the 3-month chart, April, May, June, July. Yeah. So right here, we're looking at a falling wedge, but then again, this thing might keep falling. This is what I'm looking at, and not financial advice, guys, but currently Avalanche being at 11 cents, it's a possibility. I'm just gonna, if I was DCAing right now, I would try to see what happens. You know what I mean? We're not getting a lot of positive news right now in general in the crypto markets. I mean, we're getting a little bit of positive news, but if you notice, Bitcoin's down a little bit. So if anything upsets the market, even just a little bit, we may go below this 11-cent range, and we're right here at 10 cents. Anything at 10 cents, I would, if I'm already in Pangolin, I'm just going to say not financial advice, but anything below 10 cents, I would definitely start scooping that sucker up. If you've never gotten into Pangolin before, I would probably wait. I would be looking to get it, like this 11 cents range is pretty nice, but man, if you could just get this thing at like 10 or 9, might be good to wait around for that. If it's going this low, maybe to go just a little bit lower. Eventually, as I'm seeing this wedge here, eventually this sucker appears to be going to come back up. But at the same time, like I said, things are also tied to Avalanche. Avalanche, if you're watching the markets, usually only goes down so far. But we're just going to wait around and see. Well, my personal opinion, not financial advice. I would be looking, if I never got this before, I would be looking at maybe 10 cents or lower that I would start an entry because of the fact that there's a chance we can get in. But for those of us who may already have a little bit of pangolin, we probably would be good to wait too, maybe just to see, okay, is it going to fall even just a little bit further? But once it gets to 10 or 9, probably wouldn't wait around any longer. I'd probably just go ahead and start DCAing. Pangolin has got a positive future. Thing about Pangolin is that they don't advertise it as much as some of these other community coins. Pangolin is 100% community owned, but at the same time, it's not like a quote meme coin. Pangolin is mostly a utility coin, and by being a utility coin, they don't put out a whole bunch of advertisements, and you don't hear a lot of tremendous meme coin action like you would in the meme coin community. But anyway, this is Al with Real Life Investing. Great opportunity to DCA or get into this one. Like I said, I would wait until it gets to like 9 or 10 cents if it does go down that far. But otherwise, just sit tight and keep your eyes on it. And those of you that are already invested in Pangolin, just sit tight. I think like in a few months with an S on it, you're going to have to be patient on this guy. It ain't coming up tomorrow unless it's some miracle. But this one's going to take a while. Avalanche has to jump first, then Pangolin, and we'll take it from there. Al, Real Life Investing, this is a good crypto. It's just right now that the markets are real slow. So don't be discouraged if you're in it, and don't be discouraged if you want to get into it. Have a good one. Bye.
Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to Real Life Investing. And thank you for watching.